Diane, here. I told you not to hang about here, gossip.
Look, either we sort this mess out or all the dinner guests are going to end up eating off one another's laps.
All right, then get on with it.
No, it is not all right. Whatever's the matter with you? You haven't been like this for weeks. Why did you blow up like that?
As you suspect, it had nothing to do with you. Now, get on with it, sort out the mess as only you can when I'm not at my best.
Oh, Paul.
Adam said something about having to entertain a wholesaler in town. Now, I suppose it is motel business, isn't it? I mean, do you happen to know?
Yes, bookings here became too heavy for me to involve myself, so David asked Adam to do it. The suggestion, of course, was mine.
It's not Phoebe Porthouse?
Yes, yes, the unfrozen meat people. A veritable relic of an age when meat was truly meat. It's their representative.
Well, you see, I had a hand in all those first negotiations with him.
Well, and very well you did, too.
Yeah, well, that man's really tricky. You know, Adam, I think, could do with my knowledge of the man. Look, which restaurant were you planning to take him to? Because I thought if Adam was taking him to the same one, I could just go along and sit in. He sees, he fancies himself a bit, that man, and if you butter him up a bit, he'll always cut quotes in order to impress.
Well, I was too busy to make the booking, so I can't tell you where.
Mr. Paul, please, when you've got a minute, can we sort it out?
I mean, Adam has gone into town, hasn't he? I mean, he's not still in the bar.
No, he went out 5 minutes ago with Miranda Pollard.
Dressed for dinner?
Yes, she was dressed for dinner. Well, Diane, get on with it.
Did I say something out of place?
No.
There's too many bosses, you see, and not enough workers. And now we've got Miranda Pollard swanning around as assistant manager, whatever she's supposed to be.
You get on all right with her, don't you? I mean, better than her old man.
Yeah, I like her. I got on well with her when she was here before, but she was in the office then, you see. That made all the difference. Now you don't know where you stand, you know what I mean? Terry Lawton.
You remembered?
What the hell are you doing here?
That's all right. It's all legal and above board. Your mum said I could stay for a bit. Mac's old room.
She... We'll see about that. Mum? Where are you? Coming down.
Does she know who you are?
Of course she does. Diane Hunter's baby brother. Pays to have connections, you know. Comes in very handy.
Just get rid of Wally and now this. What are you doing here, anyway? I thought we got shot of you.
Short holiday. Settle me nerves.
Yeah, well, you're not setting them here, mate.
Yeah, that's fine. I paid for that.
All right, then drink it outside.
Now you've got the cheek to show your face round here after what you did.
Yeah, people keep saying that. It's very hurtful, you know.
Both home together, that's nice.
Yeah, well, we're not that keen on your welcoming committee.
He says you're giving him Max over.
Yeah, just for a few days, that's all.
Mum, it's Terry Lawton.
Oh, I know who it is.
See?
After the trouble he caused for Benny,
Oh,
you let
that
him...
was all in the past, Glenda.
It wasn't that long ago. Don't we have any say in what goes on in this house?
Well, just for a few days.
Oh, yes. That's what you said when Wally moved in, do you remember?
Yeah, we get rid of one flaming nuisance and you settle us with another before we've had time to draw our breath.
Well, Di asked me to. It's just a favour. I couldn't very well say I hadn't got the room, could I?
Diane? I don't believe it.
Well, that's what he said.
Oh, well, he'd say anything, wouldn't he, to get his foot in the door?
Yeah, right, con merchant.
If I thought she had, just to get
Glenda,
rid of him...
don't go starting anything now.
Me? Oh, I didn't let him in, did I? You did. And now we're stuck with him.
Are we? Just give me 5 minutes. Right.
Hey, do you mind? I'm reading that.
Hello. Thought you'd gone home hours ago. I'm in for a hard night. I think I'll have some coffee. Care to join me?
No, thanks.
Restaurant, yes. Could I have some coffee, please, in the office? And, I'll have some supper on a tray at 9:30. Thanks. No, just 1 minute. Jill, you'll be eating at Chimney's, I suppose? Hello, yes, sorry, Mrs. Harvey hasn't made up her mind yet. Yes, I'll tell her. Well, usual story during the summer rush. Give them at least half an hour's warning if you want them to squeeze you in. You're at a loose end. I'm sure Barbara will be glad to keep you company. She's writing in the sitting room. Though I warn you, she is in the vaguest of vague moods. Has been ever since she started that damn novel.
Well, that about covers the field, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
About who might be eating with whom.
Well, yes, I suppose it does. Now you mention it.
And might you also mention where Adam and Miranda intend to eat?
Well, that was fixed up late this afternoon. I thought you would have heard about that from either one of them.
Well, no, I haven't. All I heard was from Diane.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul.
Oh, Paul, yes, of course.
Why, of course.
It was his suggestion that Adam should deal with the wholesaler that Paul had been negotiating with.
And whose suggestion was it that Adam should take Miranda with him?
Well, it hardly needed a suggestion, did it? Adam's under my orders to teach Miranda all he knows about management. So naturally, she went with him.
And who suggested that naturally she should?
I don't understand your question.
Did you suggest it yourself?
Not that I recall.
Did Adam, do you recall?
No, not really.
Well, I won't bother to ask you if you recall if it was Miranda.
Mr. Soper give you any idea how long it'd be?
Oh, I reckon he'll be late tonight, Maeve. They got a big do on at the motel. He'll be hanging about for tips, I reckon.
We'll put his on one side for him, then.
Beats me. Who'd consider him worth tipping?
Automatic, isn't it? You see an old geezer there with a funny hat on, scowl on his face, hand goes into the pocket, you know, without...
Now then, you two. No call to be like that about him. Benny!
Yes, Mrs. Hooper?
Supper's on the table.
I just washed my hands.
Good lad. Mind you make a good job of it. There's a nail brush on the wash basin.
You haven't said anything to him, have you?
What, about our mutual friend?
Yeah.
No.
What's this, then?
Well, Terry Walton's back. I saw him hanging around the motel last night.
Cheek of the devil he's got.
Lawton, did you say?
Yeah.
Isn't that Diane Hunter's brother?
The very same. Said he's up here on a small holiday.
Stay with Di for a couple of weeks.
No, he is not. She wouldn't give him the time of day. He was trying to find somewhere to keep when I saw him last night.
Yeah, well, Mum's the word to Benny about him, right? Just keep stum, right? Hi, Benny. Come and sit by me, lad.
Right. Now then, ham or cheese? Don't all shout at once.
Ham.
Please.
I prefer cheese.
Benny, what are you doing with that lettuce?
I just wanted a couple of leaves.
You can have as many as you can eat, but not to stuff in your pocket.
For the caterpillar, is it?
Yeah.
That is what?
Now, don't go mad.
See, I got it out the garden at the motel. Mr. Gibbsy, we're going to spray 'em all dead.
So I should hope. You don't want that sort of thing all over your veg. I can't abide insects or creepy crawlies.
I'm only keeping them until they change into butterflies, and then I let them go.
And just where are you going to keep them?
On the windowsill in our room.
In our bedroom?
Yeah.
What's wrong? You're not afraid of them, are they? They won't bite, you know.
No, I know that, but still, I don't fancy sharing a room with them.
Quite right too, Mac. No more would I. It's unhygienic.
We've only got a couple of them, and they're in a jam jar. They're not running about.
Oh, I'll look after them, Mrs. Hooper. I mean, they won't get out until they're ready.
Did you ever know a kid that didn't have caterpillars or spiders or something?
I wouldn't call Benny a kid exactly. Oh, all right then. But mind you make sure they don't smell or start crawling about, and as long as Mac doesn't mind.
You don't mind, do you, Mac?
No, it's okay by me.
Thanks, sir. Can I have some of that watercress as well?
I'll get you the paper bag after we've finished eating.
Ellie, I'll be in the bar. Any messages, just bring them through.
Yes,
okay?
Mrs. Harvey.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I haven't really got time to stop and talk now, but I'll be in the bar if you want to come through later.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Hi, Mandy. My usual, please.
Yes, of course.
Make it a double, actually.
One large, Jim?
No, perhaps not. Second thoughts. Just a single.
Right, you want?
Alone?
Yes, so I am.
Well, Jill is over here. Shall I tell her you'd like to buy her a drink?
I think she's buying herself a drink.
She's alone, too.
Yes, but I'm not alone, Paul. Who says I'm alone? I have my novel. It's very thoughtful of you, but really there's no need to worry. Ah, oh dear.
What's this? Painting your nails in here?
No, I'm not painting my nails. What are you doing? Like a drink?
I've got one.
I'd like one.
You've got one.
Hmm? Oh, yes, thank you. That was quick. Listen, young lady, I'm not going to sit around all evening trying to be an absent-minded novelist if you're at least not going to smile at my performance, which I thought was really rather good, didn't you?
Not bad.
Paul was around, nudging me to hold your hand. So, what's up?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing. Oh, really? Well, that's nice. Why don't you keep on saying that while I repair all the mistakes in my novel? So at least I can feel free to concentrate on my unbiddable characters instead of you.
Oh, let's concentrate on your unbiddable characters. I'm sick of me.
Actually, I don't like to discuss my characters much.
Oh, come on. Look, I got the impression there was something wrong. Now, come on, what's the trouble? Take me out of myself.
All right, just this once. Well, you see, the problem is that while my hero is being most cooperative with me, my heroine insists on being idiotic.
Well, what's she doing?
No, it's not what she's doing. It's what she insists on thinking he's doing.
Which is?
Two-timing her with another woman.
Oh, God, Barbara, that was cruel.
Jill,
No, sit down, Barbara, sit down. I don't know what you did, but it was my mistake to believe anybody could put a foot right with her today.
Well, what's the matter with her?
Well, she believes Adam is two-timing her with Miranda.
Oh.
Why didn't you go with them?
I don't like pubs. There. I'll go up to my room then.
Haven't you got any friends? Apart from Mac and Sid. Lads you could spend an evening with?
Well, I don't mind being on my own. I don't get lonely, not really.
It's not natural at your age. Ah!
What's the matter?
Look at that.
Well, it's only a spider. Must have crawled up the waste pipe. I expect it's going to rain.
It is, now.
Hey, what you doing? Oh. Look, didn't do no harm to you. What are you trying to kill it for?
I won't have it crawling around my sink.
What? Look, I'll go and put it outside.
It's big as a dinner plate. Don't you go dropping that thing on my clean floor.
I ain't gonna drop it. Put it out in the garden. It'll be all right now.
I will it. I'm glad of that.
But there ain't nothing wrong with spiders, you know. They're not dirty like flies are.
Clean or dirty, they're spiders, and I can't abide them. Ooh, all legs. And if I ever catch you bringing one into this house...
I wouldn't bring one in here.
You'd better not, or out you go, me lad. Caterpillars is bad enough, but spiders...
Well, they've got as much right here as what we have.
Then let them do it outside, then, where they belong.
Look, just 'cause we're people, it don't mean to say we're more important, you know. I mean, they were here first.
Aye.
Well, that's why it's say in the Bible. It said God make everything first. Fishes, animals, insects, spiders. He left people till last. And then he didn't know he had done it proper.
What are you talking about?
Well, when God made the earth, with all the animals and that, it was really nice. And then people come along and spoil it.
Don't talk daft. God made man in his own image.
Well, he thought he had, yeah, but I don't think he did it right.
Don't be blasphemous.
Well, Jesus weren't cruel. I mean, he didn't go around killing things just because they got in his way.
I mean, you do get, don't you? Always complaining. Nothing's ever right. I think most of them must eat in palaces. He left his soup, he sent back his wine, he tried to say that the steak wasn't fillet. Anyway, Mr. Paul didn't let him get away with that.
What did Mr. Paul do?
Love, I don't know. I skedaddled because I was heavily into overtime as it was. So, what sort of a day have you had?
Well, you know, I think it's called Facing the Truth. With my friend Oliver.
Did you?
Nope. I wanted to. I really did. I wanted to face it. I wanted to talk about it, even if it took all night.
But he wouldn't.
You can't pin him down. He doesn't want to face it. It hurts him too much. And I can understand that up to a point. I mean, I am not immune to pain myself, even though certain people might think otherwise.
Oh? Who?
His daughter, Penny, for instance. She turned up.
Oh. Was she stirring?
Surreptitiously. On the surface, it was all sweetness and light. But when she got him to herself, she managed to tweak the odd nerve ending. That's what set him off.
Sharon, why don't you just end it once and for all, nice and clean?
I tried. I mean, never mind how much we kid ourselves. It's not on anymore, but he won't see it.
But he's got to, hasn't he? You can't go on the way you are.
And I see myself as the sort of person who can come clean about a thing like that. Straight from the shoulder. No messing about, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Not with him. It's a different feeling than I've ever had with anybody else ever before, with a whole load of guilt shoveled on top. I've done so much to hurt him already. I mean, him, his family. How can I just turn around and tell him it's finished?
What if it is?
Oh, it is all right. Deep down, he knows it, so really, he doesn't really need to be told. I think I've just got to wait till he's ready to face it.
Sharon, you could be waiting around forever.
Not with our Miss Penny doing her work, I don't think so, no.
I tell you, he's not the same lad. Downright weird. You didn't hear him. Going on about God and life and death. And the way he just picked up that spider in his hands. Ugh.
Yeah, well, Benny quite likes animals, doesn't he, Mac?
You can't call a spider an animal.
Yeah, but it is, though, Maeve. I know that for sure. Well, he's the same with the garage, anyway. He couldn't bear to see anything get killed.
Well, if he thinks I'm going to let this house get overrun with insects just to spare his feelings...
Listen, what's all this trouble about a little spider?
Little? Could have gone to work if it had had a union card.
Huh?
Yeah, well, Maeve, Benny's had a lot to put up with lately, you know. Well, Mrs. Price dying. And then having to stay in that house all on his own.
Yeah, but that's all over now, in the past, isn't it?
Yeah, well... Yeah, then there was that ESP stuff. I mean, that really worked.
Hey,
that really did...
what?
No, nothing. It's just a joke, mate.
ESP. I've heard of that. It's hearing things and seeing things.
No, it's not.
Ghosts and things. Don't tell me he's one of them.
No, he's not. ESP stands for extra sensory perception, right? I mean, he's sensitive about things. He can tell when things are going to happen.
What things?
Well, I don't know. Anything, I suppose. He doesn't like it all the time. I mean, it's only now and again. Anyway, it doesn't mean ghosts or spirits or any daft things like that, so you've got nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Easy to say. And you went on at me for having Mr. Soper as the lodger. Compared with Benny, he's a prince.
We certainly beat that wholesaler down, didn't we?
He dropped his quote every time you readjusted your neckline.
An ineffectual little man, but you've got to give him marks for trying.
Oh, yeah. Ah, let me move this.
Thank you.
How the hell did I find his arm around me?
Perhaps you found his arm around you like this.
Jill's there, Adam.
Ah.
Jill.
I've only one thing to say to you. Good night.